aren't just good. Good words are pretty easy to find. Almost anyone can come up with a few of them. These words are true, which is a little less common. They aren't just words about hopes either. They're about what happens when you actually let love invade your heart, your family, and your home. A lot of people want a great life. What I've watched Sweet Maria do is live a great life. Maria isn't like me. In many ways, you couldn't find two more different people. I'm outgoing and loud and wave my arms in the air a lot. Being around people is oxygen to me. The more, the better. In contrast, Sweet Maria is wise and brilliant and kind and shy. She thinks having me in the room's a lot of people. Seeing Maria at an event is like spotting a unicorn. Everyone likes talking to Maria because she's humble and loving and lives entirely without pretense or disguise. She doesn't need the attention or validation my own insecurity demands. She's able to do this for one reason. She knows who she is and finds her security in Jesus rather than finding it in other people's approval. It's not easy living with a guy who lives like Red Bull sponsors him. John Wesley wrote in his diary at age 83, "Laziness is slowly setting in. I'm finding it increasingly difficult to get out of bed before 5 in the morning. I can relate. When espresso needs to wake up, it drinks me. Most of the time, I feel like that dog in the movie Up, getting distracted by a squirrel. I get up with the chickens every day, full of ideas and ready to start something new. Maria has been wise enough to pick things that last long enough for her to continue to work on each day. She takes things like her family, her faith, and her friends so seriously, she's not head-faked by the transient distractions that get me off message. Unfortunately, all this energy has been driving the people I love the most nuts. Nevertheless, Maria always knows the right things to say to me at just the right times. She doesn't need to fight for my attention. People who are devoted to the things Jesus talked about get it without needing to ask. Maria says I'm addicted to happiness. She knows all about my personality profiles and reminds me often of which one fits me. Until I met her, I thought an Enneagram was a breakfast cereal. When I say something that's just a little too happy for the circumstances or get distracted by my own enthusiasm, she'll say, "A 7 always does that." Perhaps. Still, she helps me get ready in the morning so I don't run out the front door with one pant leg tucked into my sock. Apparently 7s do that too. We're not trying to figure each other out. We're trying to find each other out. Figuring each other out sounds like a project. Finding each other out sounds like an adventure together. We all sort through piles of people's words every day, sometimes without even knowing we're doing it. The best words don't really find us, we find them. Eventually, we pick a couple for ourselves and start using them to describe what matters most to us. Once we've picked all the words we have time to pick, we call it our life. I've been trying to pick better words, kinder and more generous words. Most of the best words I've found about love and faith and family, I've learned from Maria. There are plenty of things I don't know about. I don't know what makes us yawn or why some people are right-handed and others left, or why you can't fold a piece of paper more than 7 times. But this I'm certain of. We'll be known for our opinions, but we'll be remembered for our love. Maria has spent her whole life loving people, and it's what she'll be remembered for. She's helped our family pick more accurate words and less distracting ones, more encouraging words and less critical ones, more authentic words and less phony ones. She didn't do this by telling us what to say, but by showing us how to live. I'll tell you one last thing about Maria. One time when I was stuck while I was working on a writing project, she sent me a text message. Every word in the universe is hoping you'll pick them. Kind words from the people we love have the power to help us all understand who we are and what we want our lives to mean. Of all the words ever spoken, the words in this audiobook are the ones Maria picked for us. They're good, they're true, and they'll lead you home. Let me introduce you to the most humble and impressive woman I've ever met in my life, my wife, Sweet Maria Goff.
Introduction. When I was young, there was a small pond near our home. I would drop small sticks in the water and watch them lay suspended on the surface. The ripples would go outward as I would lean over, blow a puff of wind, and then watch as the mirror-like surface would go dark with small ripples.